We do move overseas now to yet another new variant of COVID-19 detected in the UK. This one originally identified earlier this month in South Africa and is believed to be even more contagious. The UK shutting down travel from South Africa now. Our Maggie Rulli is in London with the very latest on that. Maggie, good morning.
Hey, Whit, good morning. Yeah, countries around the world seem to just be scrambling, trying to keep up and stay ahead of these variants. Officials here in the UK are calling this recent one extremely concerning. Their fear is that this latest version of the virus could be spreading even faster.
This morning, new fears in the UK. Officials announcing yet another new variant of COVID-19. This time in two people who had been in contact with others who had recently traveled to South Africa, where this new strain is believed to be ripping through the country in record numbers.
This new variant is highly concerning because it is yet more transmissible and it appears to have mutated further than the new variant that's been discovered in the UK.
This is the second new strain of the virus British officials have announced this week. And while they do not believe either are more lethal, they do think both are more contagious.
There are certainly many thousands of cases of the new variant in the UK.
These back-to-back announcements are plunging the UK further into crisis. On Wednesday, the country set a grim one-day record, the government announcing more than 39,000 new cases. With the holidays just around the corner, much of the UK has now been put into even stricter restrictions and lockdowns. And dozens of nations are now banning travel from the UK, some calling it Plague Island. While the U.S. hasn't instituted a ban, New York City is taking action, ordering all travelers from the UK to quarantine or face daily fines of $1,000.
We are going to have sheriff's deputies go to the home or the hotel of every single traveler coming in from the UK.
And now two major vaccine makers, Pfizer and Moderna, say they plan to do more testing with this new variant. But they do say right now they're confident their vaccines will still work. Guys, and a bit more good news, which I know we are all just desperate for right now. Oxford AstraZeneca has come out. They filed for approval here in the UK. They say they plan to file for approval in the US in the new year as well. So hopefully soon we will have another vaccine to use in this fight. Dan?
Maggie, thank you so much. So much to talk about here. So let's bring in Dr. Ashish Jha. He's Dean of Brown University School of Public Health. Dr. Jha, thanks for coming on this morning. As you just heard, Maggie Rulli is reporting that the vaccine makers now say they're confident the shots will be protective against these new strains. Are you confident?
Good morning. Thanks for having me on. I am confident. These vaccines that we've developed so far, the two of them, Pfizer and Moderna, are really pretty superb vaccines. And so far, as of right now, I feel pretty confident. Obviously, we can't predict the future, and we still need to study this a bit more carefully, but I'm pretty confident the vaccines will work.
Let's talk more about these new strains. Is it perhaps just inevitable that these strains are going to head to our shores, or maybe are they already here?
Yeah, one of the reasons we keep finding them in the UK is because they're doing a great job looking for variants. We're not. And that's a huge problem because then we're flying blindly. We don't know whether these variants are here. I suspect they are. We don't know for sure. But these are global pandemics. Viruses really travel pretty effectively across countries. So we got to start looking at these things much more carefully here in the U.S.
So if we confirm that these apparently more contagious strains are here, what's the move then? Is the public health community going to start recommending that we have stringent UK-style lockdowns until everybody here is vaccinated?
Yeah, I don't know that we need quite that. I mean, unless the variant really starts getting out of control here. But, you heard in the last couple of reports, our hospitals are feeling this incredible amount of strain already. These variants are going to lead to more people getting infected, more people getting hospitalized, unfortunately, more people dying. And so we do need to pay real close attention to this issue.
So sorry to interrupt you. Let me just pick up on that point you were making there. We just heard a few moments ago from overwhelmed EMTs and nurses in California. They're at the breaking point. But things are most likely going to get worse after this Christmas travel season. Am I right about that?
Yeah, we've seen this after every major holiday, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving. We do see a surge because people get together, which I understand that need to do so. Look, I'm very worried about what the first couple of weeks of January are going to look like because of the holiday season. And my sort of plea to people is to try to keep it small, keep it safe. it's going to be pretty tough for hospitals and for people if we continue to see more infections.
Along those lines of keeping it small, keeping it safe, given that you've acknowledged that many people are going to travel despite the pleas from the public health community, can you say more about what exactly you recommend we do to maintain some sort of safety while on the road and seeing family?
Yeah, absolutely. So for instance, for us, we're not traveling at all. We're not seeing anybody. We're just going to say my wife and I and our kids. But, you know, if you're going to travel, again, try not to spend too much time with people who are high risk, again, because we don't want people getting infected and sick. Keep the gatherings pretty small. In many parts of the country, doing it outdoors is going to be very, very hard. I understand that, especially with that storm coming. Really try to spend as little time indoors together as possible. Wear a mask if possible, as much as possible. Look, this is all about reducing risk and trying to be safe, because we're so close to a vaccine now that this is not the time to let our guard down and let people get sick.
Dr. Jha, thank you so much and happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.